So one of the things that I struggled with a lot learning to surf was timing my pop-up. Sometimes I would stand up too late, other times too early. And when I did get it right, I never understood why I got it right. And if you're a surfer, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this because we all go through these nosedive patches and struggling with our timing and our pop-ups and stuff. So let's go through the common reasons why we either nosedive or lose the wave. It's all got to do with timing. So let's speak about that. The first one is a common nosedive, which everyone has experienced if they're a surfer. This is often because you either too late or the wave is too steep. In this person's situation, she's a bit too late. The moment you cross this line and you stand up at the bottom of the wave, it's very easy to nosedive. No matter who you are, it's much easier to nosedive. You're going down a steep face and you are meeting flat water. So the nose is going to penetrate very easily. You want to stand up at the top part of the wave. If you stand up too early, like this next person does, you'll get left behind the wave or maybe get hung up and wipe out. So timing is very important. And this next one is the perfect example of when to stand up. So she stood up at the perfect timing at the top part of the wave. And the best time is when the nose starts going down and you feel the tail start lifting up. Also, what you need to do is not surf straight towards the beach, but you want to do a light angle takeoff if possible, or even just engage this inside rail as soon as possible, because your goal would be to ride parallel with the wave and not straight down towards the beach, okay? So I've spent some time in Sri Lanka, and the waves in Sri Lanka are amazing for all levels of surfers. The last few sessions I watched and filmed were pretty good because the waves were really nice, fun, perfect, and not too big. And this was the perfect size for transitional surfers to learn to surf some green waves. So I had to take the opportunity and film a whole bunch of these surfers and just show you some common mistakes that we all go through as surfers. So if you have a quick look at this first video over here, these surfers do the same thing. Everyone takes the wave and they look and they surf and aim straight towards the beach. And that is a common thing that beginner surfers do. So when you're a transitional surfer, you need to understand that your goal is to ride sideways or to ride parallel with the wave. That in itself is going to help you prevent a nosedive, and also it's going to help you time your pop-up a lot easier and a lot better. So if you watch this next surfer, he's paddling really well and he's looking and leaning into the wave during his takeoff, and he rides parallel with the wave. So this is going to help you avoid that very first mistake or the common error, which is the nosedive. If you stand up at the top part of the wave like he is and angle the board slightly and engage that inside rail, you will automatically prevent the nose from diving in. So the timing is very important. You want to time it in a way that you are standing up at the top part of the wave. And even if you have a slow pop-up, if you're able to angle the board slightly like this person does, you're going to be able to prevent a nosedive because you won't be aiming straight towards the bottom of the wave like these previous three surfers did over here. So you can see these surfers are going straight to the bottom. This person nosedives because he's standing up too late. This person stood up at the right time. This person's getting up at the right time too. So the important thing to do is to stand up at the top part of the wave and to try turn and angle the board in the direction you want to go. So I've made a tutorial on this already on how to look and lean in the direction you are going to surf, which is going to help you set yourself up for a really good ride. And this is the ultimate goal: riding parallel with the wave, keeping your speed, generating extra speed, and learning new entry-level maneuvers. So here's another example of someone standing up at the right time. This person, perfect timing, although the person on the inside here stood up way too soon and got left behind the wave. This person, perfect timing, and then he was able to slowly turn the board in the direction he wanted to surf, and he beat that break-in section, got around onto the clean green part of the wave, and had a great ride. So that's our goal. So let's look at a comparison between these two surfers. I like this one because this surfer on the yellow board is just going to go straight. The board remains flat and his nose catches a little bit over here at the bottom of the wave, okay? This person is trying to engage this inside rail. His feet are not in the right place, but he's still trying to turn the board, and he understands that he needs to engage this rail to turn the board parallel and sideways in the direction he's going. And that's why he's able to keep the nose out and prevent a nosedive. So they both stood up at a good time. The timing was really good. The only difference between these two is the person riding the blue board tried to turn where he's going. The person in the yellow board is surfing straight. And if you look carefully at their vision as well, this guy's looking straight down, which is not good. This person's looking where he's going, and that's why he's able to ride sideways and parallel with the wave. And the guy on the yellow board nosedives. If you look down, you're going to go down and nosedive very easily. This person here stands up a bit too late, and although he never nosedived, you can see what he's doing. He's going straight to the bottom of the wave. He's only standing up at the bottom, and if you don't nosedive, you will also lose all the speed, and then you get stuck surfing the whitewater and not parallel with the wave. So timing is going to help you turn and ride sideways with the wave. You can see his surf coach over here did a really good job at getting him into a good wave. And this person, if he had tried to lean and look in this direction, engage in this rail, if he had stood up at the right time, he would have been able to ride parallel and sideways with the wave. So timing is very important because that's going to help you also turn at the right time and then try ride parallel with the wave. That person just stood up a little bit too early. Remember, when you stand up, you want the board to kind of do this. You see how it looks like the nose of her board is going down and the tail is lifting up. That's a good sign that the time is perfect to pop up. Sometimes if you don't paddle enough, you might not get enough speed to go with the wave, and then you'll get hung up at the top like she did. So paddling those extra hard strokes just to make sure that you have enough speed for your pop-up will help you a lot as well. Also, you want to try avoid opening your legs, because the moment you open your legs, you actually slow yourself down because you create or cause extra drag. So keep those legs closed during your pop-up. That's going to help you, if you are standing up at the right time, to keep your speed to have a good entry into the wave. That was a very nice wave if she had got it. This person did it really well. She stood up at a really good time and was able to turn and ride sideways and parallel with the wave. So that's an example of how to do it. This person here stopped paddling too early. The paddling was way too soft, so she never had enough speed. You can see her legs are open again. The legs are both dragging through the water. So although her position is really good, it even looks like the timing is almost good, because you can see the tail is lifting up, nose is going down. So by the looks of it, it looks like the board is ready to go. But because she paddled really slow and her legs are dragging through the water over here, she's losing speed, which means she's going to lose the wave. So having enough speed from your paddle into the wave is going to help you a lot as well. Okay, way too soon. That person got smashed there. But yeah, paddling correctly with a lot of speed is going to help you stand up at the right time. This person stood up at the bottom of the wave. He never nosedived, but you can see here, as he's getting up to his feet, he's at the bottom of the wave, and you can see how easy the nose is about to dive into the water. So standing up at the right time at the top part of the wave is very important. So this person, yeah, looked like she started standing up at the right time. The coach got her into a really good wave. There she starts standing up at the right time, but she waits. She takes too long to get to the feet. So although she started at the right time, she took too long to get to the feet, and then she had a really good nosedive. If she had taken her time but leaned into the direction she's going by looking and leaning with weight on this rail, she could have kept the nose out, and she could have maybe been in this position, standing up parallel with the wave. So if she goes straight to the bottom of the wave, she's going to nosedive a lot easier, just like that person did. So you see this person's just going straight to the bottom of the wave, and then you see how the nose just gets buried underwater. So timing is important, but also your angle is important. That person there tried to take a wave that was way too steep. So if you take a wave or choose a wave that's already breaking and is quite steep, you will definitely get nosedived. In this person's case, he actually had a nice barrel. Look at that. Super nice barrel. This guy's got a good view on his barrel. But yeah, so wave selection is very important. You want to choose a good wave that's going to help you with a good pop-up and to have the right timing. So in this person's situation, if he was over here, he would have been able to be in a good position to have a much easier chance to stand up. That person had a really good pop-up, really good timing on his wave. And here's a good example of choosing a really nice wave and going to the bottom of the wave and then losing all your speed. If you get to the bottom of the wave like this, you will lose the speed. And his goal would have been to actually ride and surf sideways and parallel in that direction, which means he should be looking there as well and trying to lean onto his toes in that direction as well. You see how he loses the speed, the wave catches up to him. So if he was able to keep a higher line from the pop-up, he would have been able to have a longer ride. This person also really good timing. Same thing though, ends up at the bottom of the wave, loses the speed. That person really good timing, but just turns a bit too early. So you can see these three people so far have had really good timing with their pop-ups. The other two surfers went straight to the bottom of the wave and they lost the speed. This person is actually turning too soon and then going off the back of the wave. So you want to try match the amount of rail you use to engage into your turn. If you turn too hard and too early like this person did, you'll lose the wave. If you don't turn at all, you'll end up at the bottom of the wave. So yeah, this guy, he could have turned, ridden parallel, and then try to drop down here, and then kept a high line, and then back down, trying to surf from rail to rail on the toes, and then on the heels. That person had too much of an angle, lost the wave. That's really good paddling, perfect timing, and then started turning way too early. So this person had really good timing, and if you turn a little bit too soon and too much like this person did, sometimes you'll get hung up at the top like he is now, and you can see between the board and the wave, there's no connection. So the board's almost airborne, and in this kind of situation, you will end up just dropping and falling. You see how the board drops over there. So if you turn too much or too early, then there's no engagement between the rail of the surfboard and the wave. So it was a really good wave and really good timing, but just not the right time to turn so much. Very good pop-up, great timing, great position, really good. But then he goes straight to the bottom of the wave. He's also looking there, which means he will go there. So the goal, like I said earlier, would be to actually look on the wave where you want to go and then try lean and surf in that direction, because the moment you end up at the bottom of the wave, like he did, you'll lose the speed and then you won't be able to ride the wave. That is a nice wave. So here's an example of this person here stood up at the right time, but goes to the bottom of the wave and then she will lose her speed. This surfer here, also the good timing or the perfect timing, and then turns too much and loses the wave. So there are the two examples. One person turns too much and the other person turns too little. So you want to try match the amount of angle you add to the wave during your pop-up. Like this. This guy did it really well, and he doesn't have too much of an angle. He's keeping a higher line between the middle to the top part of the wave for the speed, and this girl does it pretty well as well. Keeps a nice high line and good timing. The girl at the start, yeah, she stood up just a little bit too early, and then she got hung up at the top and left behind. The girl on the pink longboard, really good timing, turned the board really well and kept a good angle. And you can see she's also looking where she's going, and because of that, she can see what the wave's offering, and she's able to surf the wave according to what the wave's offering. Okay, so that's a nice wave as well, really good timing. So you can see what she's doing here. She is standing up as the nose is going down the wave and the tail is lifting up. She's standing up, so she's on her feet before she gets to the bottom of the wave. And then she turns while she still has speed, and she keeps a nice high line, riding parallel with the wave, looking where she's going, and that helps a lot with a good controlled ride. This girl as well on her backside does a really good job, great timing, really good nose riding and good footwork over there. So you can see how surfers are able to ride the wave nicely at the moment they have good control and good timing during their pop-up. And here's another example of how a lot of beginner surfers just go straight towards the beach. And that's fine when you are learning. Let's say it's your first surf or your second surf, maybe even your third surf. It's okay because you can practice your pop-up, your timing, and the technique of getting to your feet. But the moment you are surfing green waves or unbroken waves, you need to ride parallel with the wave. So these people, looks like they actually stood up at the right time. Timing is really good, but again, the goal would be to, once you stood up, to ride sideways and parallel with the wave. Oh, and for those who are learning to surf, remember only one surfer on a wave at a time. You can see you've probably seen quite a few waves already with more than one surfer on a wave. This person had priority because he was way on the inside, much deeper, and on the wave first. So the surfer riding the wave from the inside always has priority, and only one surfer on a wave at a time. This guy in the blue shorts was pretty happy with that ride. Okay, and there's another example of someone standing up way too late. So this person started standing at the right time, but you can see his technique wasn't so good. And the moment he is on his feet, he's already at the bottom of the wave. As you can see, the nose is going in and he's also looking down. And those are common ways to fall off and to nosedive. So the timing wasn't too bad, but he needed to angle and lean a bit more in this direction and try to be on his feet a bit quicker. So the timing wasn't bad. He started at the right time, but he got to his feet too late. And that person did it really well. You can see what this person did. Yeah, he got to his feet very quickly. Got to his feet very quickly and had quite a late, intense drop. But because he was also looking in the direction he's going, he's leaning and engaging his inside rail, he has a lot more control. If he went straight down to the bottom, he might have had a bigger chance of nosediving. So getting to your feet quickly, standing up at the right time, which is at the top part of the wave, and then trying to angle and lean into your wave for a good controlled ride helps a lot. And as you can see, he got some speed, had a really good ride, and that's how you are supposed to do it. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know and press follow and subscribe for more. Also, if you feel like you have some videos or photos which you would like analyzed, feel free to reach out to me, send them to me for some online surf coaching, and I'll be happy to help you out. Have a good day, and I'll see you around next time.